So in the previous video, I had mentioned that when the zombies have broken all the barricade positions, such as this, they'll go through, break them all down. They're going to start moving to the enter position, like you just saw this first guy move to, and then once I start repairing, they stop. Well, I also at the same time want to have it to where they are starting to move to the barricade position. I want to reset them to, I guess you could say, any other position. So what I mean is if I take this as a test, we'll move the enter position behind them by, we'll do 500. So that way it's back here. Let's just go ahead and speed this along. So you can see they're starting to move. When I start repairing, because they haven't reached that position fully yet, that last one or two people or zombies, I want them to start moving back to their corresponding position here to keep destroying the barricade. So for this, on repair board, what we want to do, I'm actually going to move this up here as well. Basically, if is enterable, we want to clear the timer, because we only really want to clear the timer if it was previously enterable, meaning it was running before. And at the same time, I want to loop over all the zombie positions. So for F zombie barricade position in zombie positions, we want to check if position, good grief, I can spell, position.zombie is valid, then we know we have a valid zombie. And at this point, we know the position and we know what zombie we want. So we need to basically just have this logic right here. So we can copy and paste. And this will tell it basically, hey, go back to your previous barricade position and continue trying to destroy the barricade. That's really all it's trying to say. So we can remove the freed up position and switch it over to the the dot operator, like so. And that realistically should be it. So let's go ahead, give this a try, and see where we are at. So this should, in conjunction, stop the timer and reset the zombies to go to their corresponding positions. So let's go ahead. So we have one walking back. I want to do two, and let's start rebuilding. And you can see they're starting to go back. I'm not sure why that guy attacked, but they're starting to go back to their corresponding position. And then once it's rebuilt, they start trying to enter the barricade again. Then I rebuild it. And you can see they are trying to destroy it once more. All right, so we have a bug here that we just found. And that's where the zombie moved to another position without fully entering it. So that's something to take into account. So if I rebuild it, he starts, and then he'll start going back. So that is a bug we have to take into consideration there. And then we rebuild, and you start coming back, all that stuff. And then he starts going back. In theory, I guess there's another board. Oh, I guess so. But yeah, so that's the overall idea. I still want to know where the other boards are. Yeah, so we have boards that are falling through the ground because we only had 4 boards there. So that is a bug we have to take into account as well. So maybe like under the landscape, we can put something for them to fall on, or I guess the other option would be we just simply, if they are a certain distance past the barricade, we just stop simulating physics altogether. And yeah, I think that's probably actually going to be the best route to fix that. So that way, let's say they start falling, and falling, they might only get to here, but at least they're not, continually falling through the, the world. So that's just the idea behind it. So we have that implemented and functional. So that's good to go. And basically, we just need to have them remove themselves from the barricade. So that way, once they reach this enter barricade state, they can just, say bye-bye. We don't need you anymore, so we're just going to remove ourselves. So the way we can go about doing that is having our barricade.h. We have our claim slot. Let's also at the same time make a void unclaim slot. And we're going to pass in a actor. Let's just do zombie. Create the definition, and we want to iterate over all the zombie positions. So for f zombie barricade position by reference, zombie position in zombie positions, and if zombie equals zombie position dot zombie, then we want to go ahead and set the zombie positions dot zombie to equal a null pointer and break out of the loop. So that will basically, free them up from the slot. So it's no longer really, I guess you could say, relevant. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and restart the editor and relaunch. Okay, once we are back in the editor, we can go ahead and close out of our barricade. We don't really need this attack barricade ability anymore that I can think of anyways. And in the enter barricade, we want to add a task. So that task is going to just simply remove ourselves from the barricade. So we're going to unclaim ourselves. So let's go to our tasks. I'll just duplicate the print string, and this will be remove zombie from barricade. So delete, and we want a actor. That'll be our zombie basically. So let's go ahead and do, what do you call it? Actor. I couldn't think of the name for some weird reason. And set it to context. And alternatively, if we head over to our state tree, we do have the AI controller as part of the context. So we're going to make use of that. So we don't have to, get the actor, get the AI controller from it, then cast the AI controller. We can just cast from here. So let's add a AI controller. So AI controller. And we'll make that a context as well. And basically, we grab the AI controller. We want to cast it to the zombie AI controller. From here, we want to grab the barricade. So get barricade and call the corresponding unclaim slot. And from here, we just want to pass in the actor, which is, well, the zombie. So from here, let's go to our zombie, go to an attack barricade. Once we enter the barricade, we want to call that corresponding state of remove zombie from barricade. And it automatically has these populated because they are context, or in the context category. So from here, it should work about the same, except the only difference being the zombies that have moved to that, get out of the way, that white position should no longer be moving to us once we start repairing. So I want to wait for that guy to get there and stop moving and start the repair. So you can see these two guys that have entered the build, or that have entered, even though they're back here, are no longer trying to attack the barricade. So there also is a slight flaw in this design in that this guy is moving back to the corresponding position rather than trying to, populate the corresponding things up here, the attack slots. So when I rebuild, hey, that's right, they're all back there, so they're not gonna, start attacking. But yeah. So that's really all I wanted to do in this video anyways. We still have, I want to actually fix this barricade board bug in the next one. So we're missing, let's see, 4, 5, 6. We have 3, 4. So we have 5, and 6 is somewhere in Narnia. So we have that one. Nope, no, we don't have that one, which is, it is basically falling. So we need to resolve that because otherwise the board will not be able to be rebuilt. And I believe it actually destroyed that component entirely. So that's what I want to resolve in the next one by basically, I guess you could say, limiting the distance from, so the board can no longer, just freely fall, or maybe something like that. Or we add a platform below the world just in case. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do yet, but yeah, regardless, I will see you in the next video. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description below, where you can also get early access to this entire series.